Welcome back to your on-campus interviews. I'm your host, Cass Venner, and here with me today is Victoria Burgos. So I'm going to have her tell you a little bit about what she does here on campus and what she does involving the perch.
Sure. So I'm the general manager for Sodexo here at Dickinson State University. I'm also the inclusion manager for the Denny region of Sodexo. I also do a lot of the catering here on campus and for the city of Dickinson, so we stay pretty busy.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So what brought you here to Dickinson State and what's your background?
So I've been in Dickinson for a little over a year and a half now. My husband and I moved here right before an April snowstorm, a few days before my birthday. So I think everyone's a little surprised that I stuck around, but I came here from Boston. I worked for Mass Pharmacy and Wentworth Institute of Technology as their Director of Dining Services. And I really missed being in a smaller environment with a bunch of students where I can get to know everybody. So I thought this would be the perfect fit for giving a little bit of a more individualized service to the students and really getting to know everybody.
Totally. We're glad you're here. What does the perch provide for the community of Dickinson?
So we do a lot of stuff for the Chamber of Commerce, and we just a few weeks ago we actually did an event with the school board about that big school board vote. We provided breakfast for the people who attended the informational session, but then afterwards we hung around and just kind of talked to the high school kids about their experience and fed them breakfast while we were there. So
For sure. Very good. What does the perch consist of, like, meal-wise? Different entrees, things that are, offered throughout the week?
Yeah, so we try to really do what the students are going to like to eat. We just started recently. It's called Recipes from Home. You just follow the link and you could submit a recipe from home, and then it'll be featured at some point in the perch. We're just trying to get it up and running. We really want the perch to feel like it's your dining room table at home, so try to have that really welcoming environment and really listening to what you guys are asking for versus doing what we feel like. Some days there are things that we feel like eating, but most of the time it's what you guys want to eat, and I put an emphasis on if we make sure that we are putting you guys as students first, that our jobs are pretty simple. If you ask for it, there's a 95% chance I'm going to make it happen somewhere down the line.
Very cool. So yeah, I was just going to say, how are the meals decided every week, but you basically just kind of answered that question. That's pretty cool that you take student input and whatnot with those home-cooked meals and stuff.
Yeah, if you fill out a comment card and you ask for something and someone sees it, they'll usually put it out within a day or two if we have the ingredients here. So
cool.
A few weeks ago, someone asked for shepherd's pie, and my night crew was like, can we have shepherd's pie? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Heck yeah. Easy as that.
So please fill out a comment card, tell us what you want to eat, and we'll get it down there, because it's really about making sure you guys are fed.
For sure. Very good. So tell us about the Thanksgiving meal you guys are providing next week.
So that is a big event for the city of Dickinson. It's actually 100% donated from a committee. So the committee asks for donations from the community. We provide the meal. DSU provides a space. So it's a huge collaboration between a lot of people who just want to do one good thing. And I don't want to say one good thing because it sounds like there's not other things going on, but this is one thing where the whole community comes out.
Yeah.
So for a year after, things stopped being a little strange.
Yeah, right.
We had about 1,000 people come in last year. This year we're expecting 1,400.
Wow.
It's a lot of mouths to feed. We also do about 600 delivered meals on top of what we're doing here. So
Goodness, wow.
There's a lot of people in the community who volunteer for this event. There's a lot of people who donate for it. Sodexo donates a significant amount of money, and so does DSU provides the spaces, because we just don't use the perch. We also use the ballroom. There's a lot of setup going on. There's a lot of people here the day before. So it's a pretty big event that is a big collaboration between a lot of people. So
Very
it's
cool.
really cool.
That's pretty amazing what you guys do. It's awesome. Following up with my next question, what kind of events does the perch host throughout, like, the school year and whatnot? Or maybe some of your favorite ones?
Some of my favorite ones. I think my favorite one so far has been the Decorate Your Own Donut Day last week that we had. That was really fun to see what everyone was creating, but also to see just the pure joy in people's faces of sugar.
Yeah, for sure.
We are doing a prime rib dinner night coming up. It's a double swipe. or Swipe Plus is what we call it, or you can just pay the door rate if you're not on a meal plan. We also are doing boba next week, not next week, but after we come back from Thanksgiving, we're doing boba.
Okay.
We have cookie decorating coming up. We just try to keep it light.
Yeah.
In a way, we really just want students to come in and have fun. I'm the one place where you really can't get in trouble.
Yeah,
So I get to do all the fun stuff with everybody. We do a lot of collaborations between Res Life and CAB. Sometimes Student Center will come and ask me for things, and we just really try to support the student groups. If it's asked for and I am able to do it, I will more than likely host an event for anyone. So if you need something, just come and ask.
Heck yeah. Well, now I know. Very cool. Well, that's all I have for you. I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for the on-campus interviews. Thank you.
Hey there guys, I'm your in-studio host Dallis Mitchell. Here with me today I have Natalie Lile and Griffin Obrigewitch, Theodore Roosevelt Scholars. If you both just want to introduce yourself and what you do here at DSU.
Hi, I'm Natalie Lile. I am a sophomore here at DSU. I'm majoring in biology, pre-vet. I am a member of the cross-country interact teams. I am also a student ambassador and on Student Senate.
Hi, I'm Griffin Obrigewitch. I'm a junior here. I'm from Dickinson originally. Natalie and I are both student assistant directors for the TRHLP. I'm part of Student Senate as well, cross-country, indoor-outdoor track, science club. I'm trying to get science club going, and yeah, other things around campus.
So for some of our new viewers who may not know exactly what the TR program is, can you kind of just explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the Theodore Roosevelt Honors Leadership Program is the program we're part of. It's kind of just a service program, a leadership program. It comes with leadership minor, and also just a way to get students kind of involved in campus and the community, and give them an extra step to take some initiatives, so yeah.
So with that leadership minor, how can that help students once they graduate from here at DSU?
Yeah, so the leadership minor is really unique, especially to DSU, the way we have it set up. There's very few programs around the country that have leadership degrees, let alone a minor. So it looks really cool on a resume. You get great skills, you learn incredible things about leadership. It's really cool to kind of dive into that. Even for students who don't really think they're going to be a leader, it's just really good skills to kind of conduct yourself in a workplace, and also get those skills that will be successful later on in life.
I know you mentioned the TR program does a lot here on campus, and you guys have hosted a lot of events. You have some coming up. Can you kind of tell us about that?
Yeah, so we have a lot of events, especially in the fall. It's a really busy time, so that's a lot of fun. Some events we've had this year, we had Harvest Festival at the beginning of the year, but that got canceled due to weather. So we had our scholars do another event, which was Theodore Roosevelt's birthday. So because we are the Theodore Roosevelt program, we thought it'd be fun to throw him a little birthday, and we had that in Loman Walton Hall, and people from the community, people from the campus got to come in and see the museum, all the things that they might not have been able to see before. We also host Boo Hawks every year, which was super successful this year. So that's just where we open up Weenbergen Gym, and we have all of the community come in, and they get to trick-or-treat in a safe space, and it's so much fun. It's fun for us, but it's also fun for the community, so you get to see a lot of kids, and we had a lot of help from other people this year besides campus, so it was cool to kind of get our name out there to people that might not have known us. We also have a lot of involvement in the homecoming tailgate and things like that, so all of our freshmen get to do a parade they get to be involved in the parade, and we also did a dueling tailgate this year. So we had two of our groups that went against each other, and they just made snacks and drinks for our event, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I know Loman Walton Hall is kind of new to the community. How has that been this year for you guys as a program? Kind of being able to showcase that and whatnot.
I think it's been nice. We haven't definitely used it as much as we probably should, but it's a really cool place. They do so many exhibits, and they just have a new one in there now, so it's nice to see all those things that they're doing for us. It's kind of under the wraps, but it's nice, something to be able to
going back
utilize.
to the events, you kind of talked about what you guys have done. What do you have coming up either this semester, or, after Christmas break coming into the new year?
So after this semester, we're coming into the spring, and because it's a student-led program, we don't have anything lined out for sure. But there's a lot of events that we've kind of been brainstorming, so we can do Easter egg hunts, we can do community cleanups, there's talk of doing a can drive and watching a movie, all of these other things. Griffin mentioned a dance, so like some social kind of dance thing. There's a lot of things that are in the works. It's not anything that's set in stone yet. And kind of the same thing for the fall, you know.
Yeah.
We just kind of, a lot of the events we've taken from years past and kind of changed them with what's going on with us and our community. So, yeah. it's just
Sounds a
kind
lot
up
of like
in the air.
exciting things hopefully can come up for you guys. So kind of going into a more meaningful side of this, how has the TR program personally impacted you both?
For me, it's been incredible. This is the reason I came to DSU. I was growing up in Dingus, I never really thought I wanted to go to DSU, but then I found this program. I'm like, this sounds really cool. So I came expecting, I guess I didn't really know what to expect, and then I came and I took full advantage of what is offered so far, and it's really kind of jumped in head first, all in, and it's been really incredible. The people you meet and the things you're able to do. We've had incredible contacts throughout the years. I've been here 3 years, and I'm just surprised at how much I've learned and how many people I've met. So it's just really cool to get your name kind of to people who will give you opportunities down the road and also kind of build your skills and base like communication skills and networking.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I think my favorite part is getting my name out to people, and definitely the impact that people have had on me and the impact that I can put on others. It's just nice to know that you're doing something not just for yourself. So,
What would one piece of advice you guys could give to someone potentially looking at the program or a freshman coming in next year?
yeah, I would say just jump in. I mean, my dad told me you don't have to do anything. You get to do a lot of things though. So I mean, this is a program you don't have to do. You get to do, and it might seem like a lot. I mean, a lot of events, and a lot of extra school, but I mean, it's really cool the things you get to do.
Yeah.
So I would say just take full advantage of it, and everything has a meaning. Just find that meaning and really be able to take the most out of it as possible.
yeah, I think that's the best advice, is taking what the program has to offer, because it truly has so much to offer. All the opportunities, it's really endless. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure getting to chat with both of you. And thank you guys for joining us too. Make sure you stay tuned for Jacob Marley with President Easton.
Welcome to the Hawk Talk segment, A Minute with Easton, where we give President Easton 60 seconds to answer a question. So in a previous interview, you said that you like to travel. What's the weirdest place you've ever traveled to?
Oh, wow. What's the oddest? My wife and I have taken a couple of trips to Alaska and walked on a glacier.
Wow.
It's funny. We had a little trip to see the Northern Lights, and then and that was fun in Norway. But that wasn't weird. But it's kind of odd for a North Dakotan to go even further north. And we got back home and saw an even better version of the Northern Lights. By the way, quick recruiting point for Dickinson State. You ever want to see a really good display of Northern Lights within the continental U.S.? We got you covered. You can drive over to the Theodore Roosevelt National Park and see them. There must be some other ones, but I can't think of really strange ones right now.
No, that's perfect. That's time, too. Thank you so much for your time.
What's up, everybody? It's Xander Beeson here with this week's DSU Weekly Recap. Last week, cross country ran in the NAIA Nationals up in Portland, Oregon. For basketball, last week the ladies were in Valley City playing in the North Dakota Clash, and the boys were in Butte, Montana for the Montana Tip-Off Classic. This week, both teams will be at home. The girls taking on Rocky Mountain College, and the boys facing Oak Hills Christian College on Friday night. So make sure you pull up the Scott Gym and check those out. For football last week, the boys won their opening matchup of the NAIA National Playoffs against Montana Tech out in Butte. So congrats to them. Lastly, I want to give a huge shout out to all of our supporters for keeping Hawk Talk going and always giving us an amazing fan base to put these out for. Thank you, and Hawks are up.